Good evening. Tonight's presentation is on Harrison Industries, a giving voice to values, ethical discussion. The overview of this presentation: Donna is a staff accountant for Harrison Industries. She's been with the company for a short period of time. She's one of three staff accountants. At the year end, her supervisor asks her to make a journal entry for a year-end accrual for individuals for severance and bonuses for individuals who are going to be laid off in the coming year. The accrual is a bit large. It's $5 million, which is 5 times the annual salary of the individuals who are supposedly going to be released. The supervisor does not have any backup for it. Donna asks, the supervisor tells Donna that they're planning on shutting down a division. That's why it's so large. Donna does some looking into it, finds that there's no real support inside the records indicating that there's going to be a shutdown, and that the unit that her supervisor says is going to be shut down has actually been very profitable, more profitable than years past. So Donna's concerned about the appropriateness of this accrual. Her supervisor, she tells her supervisor about her concerns. Her supervisor says that she doesn't need to worry about it, and that questioning one's superiors is a terminable offense. So Donna goes and seeks counsel from her mentor within the company, and her mentor tells her that there's a go along to get along culture of the organization. So Donna's not quite sure what to do about this situation. The main arguments that her superior might give her is that there's an accrual made every year, which in fact is true. In this case, the accrual made each year for layoffs is 10% of the operating revenue. In this case, it's 25%, so it's 150% higher this year than in previous years. Donna's been with the company for a very short time. Both her superior and her mentor have said that it's justifiable. Seldom is anybody asked to do anything that's unethical. It's not her job to question her culture. She's been there for only a short period of time, and that she doesn't necessarily have the experience to dictate or understand whether there's something that's appropriate or not. She's only been with the company for a short time, and she doesn't know what it's like from year to year, and the preparation and the research that goes into determining what the accrual should be. What's at stake? The company could be the victim of fraud if this accrual is not appropriate. It could be fraudulent, so the company has got a stake in a potential loss. The supervisor, if it's found out that it's inappropriate, could be fired or worse. Donna herself is in the middle. If it's a legitimate accrual and she's questioning her superiors, perhaps she could get fired. Otherwise, if it's not a legitimate accrual, perhaps she's going along with something she shouldn't. Donna's most persuasive response, first and foremost, is that she doesn't feel comfortable making an entry she doesn't understand. And that should be a persuasive response, because if it's really an ethical culture in this organization, that should be sufficient for her. She shouldn't have to present facts and figures to try and convince anyone. Other than that, there's no business data indicating the shutdown, and that being the case, also the accrual is 25% of operating income, and between the fact that there's no business data to indicate a shutdown and the accrual is so large and out of the ordinary, out of the trend, it's sure to get questioned. And if it's not appropriate, if there's not backup, the owners of the company and the board of directors are sure to focus in on it and question the legitimacy of it. Donna's most effective approach, since Donna is new and the entry doesn't make sense, she should feel justified in seeking for additional clarification. Her immediate supervisor already approached her and approached the subject of termination, so she should be ready to take that step. She should be prepared to meet with the board of directors and the CFO, because she's already tried and failed twice with her supervisor and with her mentor. And that's our presentation tonight. Thanks.